Am I the a-hole for wanting to go no contact with my mom? Hi, everyone. English isn't my first language, so I'm really sorry in advance if I make grammar or spelling mistakes. Please let me know if anything's unclear. Okay, so I'm 14F, but let's just call me Layla for this post. I'm the oldest of three kids. My little brother is 11 and our baby sister is 2. My mom, who's currently 41, has always been complicated. I don't really know how else to describe it. One moment she could be super kind and cheerful, acting like the most loving mother in the world, and the next she'd be screaming at me and hitting me so hard I'd end up with bruises on my arms. It felt like I was walking on eggshells all the time. Like I never knew which version of her I was going to get that day. When I hit puberty, everything started feeling even worse. I thought getting my first period would be a kind of bonding moment between us, like you see in TV shows, you know? The mom hugs her daughter, gives her chocolates, maybe even sits down to talk about cramps and pads and all that stuff. But when it happened to me, it was in the middle of a hot summer. She just handed me a pad and walked away. No comfort, no explanation. Just left me in the bathroom to figure it all out on my own. I didn't even know how to wear it properly or what flow type I had, or how often I needed to change it. I felt like I was drowning. That same week, I bled through my pants while I was asleep. When she saw it in the morning, she completely lost it, screaming, throwing things, yelling at me like I'd committed some horrible crime. All of this in front of my aunt, who had stayed the night. I was humiliated. That was one of the first times I started to feel genuinely embarrassed about my own mother. After that, things never really improved. She started giving me more and more chores. At first, I thought that was just part of growing up, right? I assumed it was normal. But then I noticed something strange. My brother, who's now the same age I was when I started doing those chores, does none of it. Like literally nothing. He just plays Fortnite or watches videos all day. Meanwhile, I was cleaning bathrooms, sweeping floors, helping her clean other people's houses, mowing grass, even babysitting my little sister while trying to finish homework. Now, I get it. I do appreciate the things she provides. She gives me food, clothes, a roof over my head, and even nice things like this iPad I'm writing on. But the thing is, I don't need fancy electronics or gifts. I'd trade all of that away just to feel heard. To feel like my emotions matter. Like I'm not invisible unless she needs something from me. Because whenever I try to express how I feel, she either mocks me or tells me I talk too much about feelings and that I should get over it. It hurts. It really, really hurts. And then there's the constant comparison to my cousins. I remember this one day. I was in 5th grade. My dad wanted to take us to the park, but I just didn't feel like going. It was hot, I was tired, and I didn't want to go out just to stare at 4 ducks. But my mom kept insisting that I should be grateful, that my dad even wanted to spend time with me, and that my cousins would be thrilled if their parents took them out like that. I ended up going, but I stayed on a bench, playing offline games on my phone. When we came back, she tried to hug me. I told her I didn't want one, and she literally chased me around the house for rejecting her hug. I locked myself in my room. From there, I heard her crying in the kitchen, saying how much I'd hurt her, how selfish I was, and how I only ever thought about myself. That broke something in me. I felt like no matter what I did, whether I stayed quiet or spoke up, I was always the villain in her story. And then there's the way she treats my hobbies and interests. I've always loved K-dramas, K-pop, anime, all that stuff. Since I was 6. I recently started collecting manga, Nana, Blue Lock, stuff like that. It's something that brings me real happiness. But my mom? She absolutely hates it. She calls them Satan's cartoons and tells me they're trying to turn kids gay or trans or whatever. She says I'm possessed or brainwashed and that I should pray more. She makes awful jokes about LGBTQ plus people, and I don't even know if she realizes how much it affects me. Because the truth is, I do like both boys and girls. I haven't told her because I'm scared. I'm not ready for a relationship anyway. I'm only 14, but knowing how she talks about people like me, I feel unsafe in my own home. One time, I was watching something on my phone at the park while she was chatting with her friends. I said something like, "I'm not weird. I'm just special." Just joking around. She looked at me, rolled her eyes, and said, "No, Layla, you're weird. Get that through your head." Right in front of everyone. I laughed at first, but then I felt the sting behind my eyes. I ended up crying later that night. It wasn't just what she said. It was how little she cared about how I might feel. The insults never end. One day, she called me a whore. I was 13. She said I was showing off my tits. I was literally just wearing a t-shirt. It's like every day is a new way for her to tear me down, and I'm so tired. I don't want to hate my mom, I know she's probably struggling too. Maybe her childhood was hard. Maybe she has unresolved issues. But I'm not her punching bag. I'm not her therapist. I'm her kid. And I deserve to be treated like one. So now I'm asking, am I the asshole for wanting to go no contact with her? I'm just 14. I don't even know if I can go no contact until I'm older, but the idea of growing up and finally walking away feels like the only thing keeping me going sometimes. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. But this isn't love. This feels like surviving in a house where I'm never good enough, where love has conditions, where I'm just a checklist of chores, insults, and guilt. So please tell me the truth. Am I the a-hole for even thinking this way? Because I'm drained, and I'm starting to forget what being happy ever felt like.